Oh my god, look, a part 2 to a video. Wow. Who could have seen that coming? I did. I'm doing this video because all my views lately have just been plummeting for some reason. And I feel like just the algorithm has just focused on my video, my first video. So we're gonna be doing another tier list. Woo! As you can see in this gigantic list, we're gonna be ranking the next college football season, which is coming around like in a couple of weeks. And I can't be any more excited to see who will be crowned the next champion. Alright, so as you see here, there's like, what, 1, 2, 3, there's 7 spots. There's 7 spots for me to categorize each team. Since there's like 131 of them, we're just gonna do a rapid fire because I don't want to be in this section for like 20 damn minutes. So let's go. First off, we have the Alabama Crimson Tide. Like, okay, last year they did really well despite losing like Saban and all that. And I think like they'll just be in the outside looking in. Hey, man, you don't know what might happen, okay? I see them like they'll be really close and like in the top 15 and stuff like that, but they'll probably be outside looking in. Appalachian State. Oh my god, hold on, wait. All right, some of these I'm gonna have to look up like what their record was and they see what they've done during recruiting and stuff like that. Okay, so they did really bad, and by the look at recruiting, they did okay. So to me, I feel like this is gonna be like a bowl team at least. Arizona. Okay, wow. Considering like 2 years before the last season, they did not do good in the Big 12. But this year, okay, this year they got invitation to the Holiday Bowl with like 9 wins. I feel like they're gonna be one of the outside looking in. Okay, Arkansas State. No, not Arkansas State. Arkansas is next. Oh my god, they did so horrible last year. I can't even like fathom thinking if they will even make a bowl game or something. I was just, you know, just that's their ceiling, a bowl game. That's at least it. Army. No, I think they made a bowl game. I'm sure they got like 75. I think there'll be like at least another bowl game contender at least. Cal, Jesus, dark horse of the ACC. I don't know, man. I mean, hey, they really did okay in the conference play and in the. I did okay last year. Made a bowl game, knocked a lot of teams out of the ACC championship, making Duke as champion. I feel like this is gonna be an average team as well. Clemson, oh my god, Clemson had a bad year, and I feel like they can bounce back. So I'll put them like at least in the average. I feel like I haven't seen recruiting wise or anything like that, but I feel like they did good, and I feel like they could have bounced back from the horrible last year. Eastern Michigan, my god, they missed a bowl game, but I feel like I don't know I feel like they'll be really bad. I'm sorry. Georgia, okay, this is the first team that I feel like is a college football playoff lock. They're still really good. Don't get it wrong, bro. Yes, they lost the past 2 college football playoff appearances in like the quarterfinals, but I feel like if they get their head out of their ass, they can make a real run to the national championship. Jacksonville State, I don't think they won their conference last year. No, they lost to Kennesaw. No, that's the conference you say. All right, scratch that. But they didn't do real bad last year. I don't think they did bad last year. But where would I put Jacksonville State? Hold on. I think they're average. I just checked. They did not do good. They won 6-7. Oops. This is a Marshall football team. Let's see. Based on how they did last year, 5-7. I guess I think they'll just stay the same. Like overall, I don't know. Miami. This was the runner-up for the college football playoff. I feel like they grew even stronger with their quarterback coming in from Duke. I feel like they can make a good run like they did last year. I feel like this is their year. Michigan. Alright. Besides all the coaching shit and the quarterback situation, I feel like there could be possible in the outside looking in. I mean, it's Michigan. They're not a bad team, but I feel like they missed the playoffs the last 2 or 3 years. It was high expectation, but I feel like they're gonna miss this year again. That's what I think. Mississippi State, another bottom feeder of the SEC. Last year, I feel like they did like raise expectations a bit, but not by a lot. Still missing a bowl game. Yikes. But I think they'll like not regress. They won't regress. They'll move up a bit, so I'll put them in a bowl game. Nebraska, they lost Dylan Raiola. I feel like, I don't know, most of their like offense has been running on them. I feel like this might be a down year for Nebraska, in my opinion. I haven't seen much of it, so I'll put them like a bowl game status. Northwestern, dude, the Big Ten is so big. Like, it could be anyone. I don't think they'll be able to make the conference championship. I feel like there'll be another bowl game team. Wait, didn't Rice went 5-8, but they still made a bowl because a lot of teams opt out. Really, I should put them like really bad, I guess. SMU. Wow. Okay. Since conference realignment and their addition into the ACC, they've been really good. The first year there, they went to the conference championship and made a spot in the college football playoff. Second year, they barely missed it by losing to Cal, but they're still a good team. I feel like they could be in another outside of looking in type of team. They could be a dark horse in the CFP race. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, based on like what I saw from the rankings, they're tied in both recruiting and transfer, and like 47th place for TCU. And based on how they did last year, I feel like they can maybe squeak out like a 7 or 8 win season, not conference championship or college football playoff caliber yet, but still very close. Oh look, another 5-17 from the AAC. Just like Rice, I feel like they're gonna be really bad. Texas A&M. I don't know how to feel about Texas A&M. For one, they made the college football playoff last year, but on the other, they really didn't play anyone that strong. But I don't think they lost that much from the recruiting and then the draft and then the transfer portal. So I feel like they're gonna be either an outside looking in, very close to the CFP contention. Texas, okay, this is probably gonna be a first team in the CFP contention tier. Like, look, they have Arch Manning. They finished top 15 last year. I feel like they mildly improved. I feel like they improved, even though I haven't been keeping up recently. I feel like this is one of the contenders in the college football playoff. Utah. I don't know about Utah though. They could be in the outside looking in based on their recent success. They could just be an average team like every other team in the Big 12, that chaotic conference. That's one average. Kansas City. They were really one of the favorites to win the Big 12 last year, and they really just fell out the rails, literally in week 0. I feel like this could be a bounce back year for them, but I don't think anywhere close to the college football playoff. Florida. There's been a lot of hype surrounding Florida. I don't know why. Did you like what he transferred out? I feel like they lost a couple pieces. I don't know. People have been overrating Florida. I don't see it. I feel like they're going to be another bowl game team to me. Alright, bro. You're South Carolina. Dude, come on. Alright, dude. With South Carolina, they have a good coach. They have a good quarterback. They just can't get it done. I feel like this is the last year for them to prove they can be a contender, but to me, I feel like they're going to fall short yet again. Wyoming. Okay. Wyoming. I have not been keeping up with much at all, if you can tell. Wyoming went 4-8 last year. I don't think they have a shot at the conference championship, so I feel like there's gonna be another bowl game team. Air Force, don't even play. Last year they did abysmal. Like, oh wait, no, that's basketball. Holy oh, I'm sorry, but I feel like I'll just move you guys a tier up at least. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to I didn't mean to crap all over you. That's my bad. See, when it comes to like the MAC teams, MAC schools, they either perform well or heavily underperform. Akron is like one in the middle between underperforming and just like doing well. I don't know. Well, based on their record. I'll just put on a bowl game. ASU. Wow. From Big 12 champions to like, what, 75 record? I mean, hey, they got a lot of injuries this year. I feel like the coach knows what he's doing. They brought in a new QB after Sam Levitt transferred to LSU. Second time an ASU quarterback went to LSU, transferred over. I mean, but still, I feel like they could be an average, either average or I feel like they could be outside looking in. Not in CFP contention, but outside looking in. Dude, I feel we're already 10 minutes in. This is all we got, and we still have a lot more. Oh my god, why did I do this? Okay, here's Arkansas State. I I don't know much about this team. I don't know much about the recruiting. I don't know, man. But I feel like they could be either bowl game or an average team. I'll just put them in average. I feel like they'll improve this year. I don't know. Again, this is like Auburn. Is it finally their year? Is it finally their year to actually prove themselves to be a title contender and a conference contender? No. No. Okay, these 5 teams I'm not so sure about. But let's just try and like rocket it, like just fast phase, like full on rocket it, bro. Also, you went forward there, you go down there. I don't think you'll do good. Baylor, they got Lagway. I feel like they could be outside looking in, to be honest. My God. Why are you even playing this year, bro? You went how much you went? You went 2-10, bro. At that point, just don't even play this year. Stay down there, bro. Oh my God. Bowling Green, I feel like they could improve a bit. Buffalo, I feel like they can improve a bit to a bowl game. They were so close last year. BYU, they really did good last year. They were almost a college football playoff, but they just couldn't beat Texas Tech twice. But I feel like this might be their year. This might be close to your year. I think this is their year. BYU in the CFP contention to me. Central Michigan, you went 7-6. I feel like they're gonna be a big bad compared to last year. Cincinnati, I don't know, man. I feel like they'll be an average team. Coastal Carolina, I feel like they're gonna be a bad team. I don't think so. Colorado, this might be Deion Sanders' final year as coach. I don't know, man. It's a make or break year for him. But I feel like they're going to be really bad. I'm sorry. Colorado State, you did awful in the Mountain West. I feel like you're going to do awful again in the Pac-12. Not my fault. UConn, they did really good last year. It was surprising. Going 9-4. Almost being ranked. I feel like they could... Well, they lost... I think they lost their like coach or something. They lost some key pieces of the offense. I feel like it'll be a bowl game. Duke. What you did last year was insane, and probably the most impossible thing to do by any other team. And I don't think you're going to achieve that again. But I also think you're not going to be that bad, so I'll just put you in average. ACC champions, by the way, Eastern Carolina. A lot of people were really high on them, are really high on them this year, and they really did good last year. They could have made the conference championship and possibly made the college football playoff. But hey, if they keep riding that momentum, I feel like they can actually make the conference championship. FAU, I mean, man, you're pretty irrelevant. I'm sorry, but at least your ceiling is the bowl game. Other than that, I don't know. Florida State, 2 back-to-back years where you underperformed hellishly. Bro, last year you beat Alabama. Everyone saw you were a top 10 team. And then you fell off the face of the years. You're getting a bowl game, buddy. Fresno State in the new Pac-12. How will they do? Well, considering how they did last year, they didn't do pretty bad. I feel like they could ride that momentum into the new Pac-12, so I'm really on the average tier. Georgia Tech, dude. When I say the Florida State should be put it on Georgia Tech, bro. You had the conference in your hands. You had the conference championship game in lock, and you somehow fumbled it. How do you manage that? To me, you're gonna be a bowl game. You're gonna be a bowl game team, bro. I'm sorry. Georgia Southern. This is not a line round. You know what bowl game is? You're gonna be really bad. You're actually gonna be a contender. You're actually gonna be like a contender. You're gonna be a bowl game. You're gonna be a bowl game. Ole Miss. Here we go. Okay. What they did last year was really good. Except Lane Kiffin. Bro bailed on his team before the college football playoff. You're a disgrace, bro. But I feel like they could actually ride this momentum and go farther into the college football playoff. They still have Trinidad Chambliss. They still have that head coach. I feel like they can be a CFP contention like last year. Illinois. I actually don't know how to feel about Illinois, bro. A lot of people were high on them at the beginning of the season, but they really trended downward. But it doesn't mean they're bad. They could still have a shot in the Big Ten. Saying that with Indiana next, I feel like they'll be an they'll be a CFP contention. They still have Chris Annetti. Even though they lost a lot of players to the draft, they probably brought a lot of players into the transfer portal and recruiting. So they'll be in CFP contention for a while. Iowa, they didn't do bad last year. I feel like they could still like, you know, increase in their like play. They can probably do good. Put them average. I always say, you lost your entire team to Penn State, bro. I feel like you're gonna be bad. There's no way to recover from that. JMU. Wow, okay. I'm actually really happy for this team for making it to college football playoff. It's really insane that they did it. I don't know if they can ride that momentum again like they did last year. They'll probably be an average team to me. Kansas, bro, you're always a bottom feeder in the Big 12. I don't know what to say to you. Bro, I don't know what to say to you. You'll probably be really bad. Kansas, oh, wait no, Kansas State didn't do bad. But still, you won't be good. Same for you, Kentucky. It's the lucky you're gonna get is a bowl game. Probably not gonna happen because you're in the SEC. Liberty. Oh, how the mighty have fallen in the Conference USA. I don't think you're gonna make a bowl game, buddy. Neither will you and them. I'm sorry. Here's the thing with Louisville. They're not a bad team, but they're not good enough to make the conference championship. So I'll put them an average. LSU with Sam Levitt and Lane Kiffin. I won't be surprised if they make it to the college football playoff. Maryland did really bad last year, and I feel like they're gonna do not well again. Memphis, I feel like they could be a dark horse contender for the AAC and as well as the college football playoff. I feel like this might be as crazy. First Group 5 team to be outside looking in. Miami of Ohio. Why is there a place? You know what? I don't even mention. Did they make the conference? No, they did make the conference championship last year in the MAC. But I feel like they're gonna regress a bit. So bowl game. Michigan State. Holy damn, bro! You did bad last year. Lucky you can even get a bowl game, but I don't think that as well. I feel like you're still gonna be pretty bad regardless. Middle Tennessee. Oh wow. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Minnesota. You know what? You're getting bowl game again. Keep that streak continuing. Missouri. Okay, the highest I can give you is like an average to me. Navy. Bowl game, I guess. Same with Army. You're going right next to Army, bro. NC State. I don't know about y'all, bro. I don't think you'll be more than average to me. Nevada. Okay, with a lot of competition out of the Mountain West, you think they'll be good, right? No. You still have teams like UNLV and New Mexico and North Dakota State. I'll get to them next. New Mexico Aggie. To me, I feel like you might be a bowl game. North Carolina. I just want to put them in. Why are you playing this year? But the best you're gonna get is a bowl game. I don't think Bill Belichick can actually elevate this game. And not you. Wow. Alright, you're joining the Mountain West. It should be a good shot for you, but I feel like you're still gonna be a bowl game. North Texas lost almost everyone to the transfer portal. I'm sorry. Like, your bowl game, you'll be lucky to get a bowl game, bro. Notre Dame. What do you even say about Notre Dame? Yes, they're a good team, but the only downside to them is their schedule. I mean, have you even looked at it yet? It's not as strong as many of the other teams, and last year people were complaining that they got snubbed, and I don't think that's the case. I feel, you know what, with that schedule, they're still I think they're gonna make the college football playoff just because of that schedule alone. As much as I hate to admit it. Ohio State, that is probably an easy CFP contender. It's Ohio State. They were national champions 2 years ago. They made it to the college football playoff as the number 2 seed. Yes, they lost to the eventual runner-up. So hey, the 2 losses came from the runner-up and the eventual champions. I feel like they're a CFP lock. Oklahoma, I feel like they're gonna be outside looking in. Last year, hey, you guys made it last year. Congrats, all of that. But your quarterback got injured like in the middle of the season, and that momentum really just spikes to the ground. Oklahoma State, they got a lot of transfers from North Texas. I feel like they can improve from how they did last year, from a bottom feeder to an average team. I don't think they make the college football playoff or the conference championship. Just an average team. Old Dominion didn't do bad at all. I feel like they could try to make some noise in the Sun Belt, but not enough for a top 25 or college football playoff appearance. Oregon, this is like at least yearly like a CFP lock. They're a really good team, but unfortunately they always they cannot deliver when it matters the most. What do we say for Oregon State, bro? They were winless for like I don't know how many weeks. They're 2-10. I don't think you're gonna improve, but you're not gonna make a bowl game, in my opinion. Penn State. Okay, Penn State, like Ken Lipson, national title favorites, but literally went off the rails like as soon as week 5 came in. Hey, at least you got all the players from Iowa State. You poached them. I feel like you might be average. Hey, if this was the same team from Iowa State, they could maybe make a conference, not a conference championship, but at least make it to 8 wins. Pitt. Dude, Pitt, what do you say about Pitt? Again, they came from Iowa State. I don't think you're even gonna, you're just gonna regress, bro. What do you say? They might, you know what? Call me crazy. There's a second team to me outside looking in. They're playing at the Pac-12. So teams they're really gonna face against, the teams that are their competition is just gonna be San Diego State and Fresno, in my opinion. They might be able to win the conference. Like again, Charlotte, right? Oh my God, bro! Why are you even playing? Same with you, Purdue. Why you even play this year? You guys did awful. I feel like you did nothing to strengthen your team, like at all. Louisiana Raging Cajuns, or however you pronounce the name. I'm sorry I butchered it. Well, I feel like they're gonna be at least a bowl game team. Toledo, let's see. You didn't do bad last year, but you're probably gonna be bowl game at best. Rutgers, you're never gonna be good, bro. Really bad, I think. San Diego State, this was the team I was talking about earlier, was Boise State. They could be a contender in the Pac-12. I don't know if they'll be in the outside looking in. This is not in order, by the way. This is just me pointing teams there just for a sake. San Jose State, let's see. I don't know, man. You really didn't good. I feel like you can be bowl game at best, but at least like barely miss it by 1 game. Sam Houston. This is the other team that almost went winless. They did so bad. Why are you even playing this year? Why? South Alabama. You went for an A. I don't think bowl game at best, bro. Like at least. But I feel like you're gonna be really bad. I don't know for same with FIU. I think. I mean, probably. Again, you might not know what happens. And then, all right, so we're almost done. So let's just lightning round to like the end. I think. Bowl game, average, bad. Bowl game, outside looking in. Maybe average. Another outside. You know what? Oh, let's go back to Texas Tech. You could be outside looking in, but you could also be in CFP contention. But how you did last year, I really like. It's hard. You could be. You know what? I feel like you could be outside looking in, very close outside looking in. All right, let's get back to the lightning round. Bowl game. Average at least. Really. Bowl game at least. I feel like it'd be really bad. I feel like it can be really bad. You did horrible last year, but I feel like you might make a bowl game. Why are you even playing? You went winless. Like dog water. UNLV. Since Boise State and San Diego State are out of the Mountain West, it could be free, right? Not really. Again, they're in the same conference as North Dakota State and New Mexico. I feel like you might be in the outside looking in, depending if you play your cards right and you play well. USC, this is another team I should be high on. You know what? I feel like they can make the college football playoff. Utah State, I feel like you're just going to make a bowl game. Yes, you're going to the Pac-12 for some reason, but I feel like you're not going to make much noise as the other teams. UTEP, well, how did you even place? Oh my God, 2-10. You know what? You might not regret, but you're not gonna do good. With UTSA, I don't know about you guys. Same with UTSA? No, they might just make a bowl game. Vanderbilt. Holy damn, I really wanted them to make a college football playoff. Underdog, sorry, Diego Pavia. But hey, I don't think they can really make that magic work again. Just on average, at least 7 or 8 wins. Not enough. Virginia. Okay, I don't know about them. They made the conference championship. They were close to the college football playoff. That was a surprising run for them, actually. But I feel like it'll be average. Virginia Tech. Guys got James Franklin. Everyone expected you to do good. Even me. I expect you to do good. The year might be average or outside looking in, but more or less average, to be exact. We made it to the home stretch. I swear, if this section lasts 20 to 30 minutes, Wake Forest, you want another lightning round. Wake Forest, bowl game. Washington, average. Washington State, bowl game. Western Kentucky, bowl game. Western Michigan, bowl game. West Virginia, average. Wisconsin, they might be bowl game, I guess. Missouri State, bowl game. Sacramento State, really bad. Kennesaw State, bowl game. And Delaware, really bad. I'm sorry, Delaware. Alright, you might be wondering why I left these two teams. I'll give you in-depth analysis on these two teams. Let's start with North Dakota State. We all know North Dakota State. FCS powerhouse. Everyone's been wanting them to move up to the FBS for years now. Now that they finally moved up, what do we think? They're in the Mountain West. And right now they're actually the favorites. I feel like there's the favorites to win the Mountain West because they know how to play football. They've really tested themselves against FBS opponents as well. I don't know. It might be a three-way tie between UNLV, New Mexico, and North Dakota State. And then with North Dakota State, like, they can actually make the CFP because they literally just lifted the 2-year transfer rule for FCS to FBS that they can now compete in anything. Now they can compete in bowl games or like postseason play. To me, I feel like they could not in the bowl game. They could be outside looking in. What to say about New Mexico? They've been not really good in their history. They've had a couple of good seasons, but that came from like either old or like one time. New Mexico really had like a good year. Literally one of their greatest years yet last year in their program history. And they literally got snuffed out of their conference championship just based on analytics and their like just computer deciding like their standings and stuff. They could have hosted their first Mountain West Conference Championship. They could have, but really, I don't know. I don't know why I feel like the soft spot of them. Maybe because I did grow up like around the area of the Lobos that have a special part of them. It's just a special like place in my heart. Not like any other teams have. Yeah, I think they can actually do it this year. Not only at a conference championship, but maybe as a outside looking in. If they can do it, dude, it'll just prove everything wrong. Dude, why am I tearing up with this? Oh my god. So rule says that 5 conference champions from each conference makes it into an automatic bid, no matter what. So we already got the top 4, the SEC, the ACC, Big 10, and the Big 12. And now, yeah. Wait, should I just post? No, okay. CFP contention. Maybe. But hey, only one can hope. So yeah, this is the full entire list. Wow, that was a lot. If this goes up to like over 25 minutes, I'm gonna kill myself.